Welcome to my channel, Crochet for Baby. Please don't forget to like this tutorial. Your support is greatly appreciated. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this little bonnet for baby girls between 1 and 2 years old. I made it to match this little sweater that I showed you last week. If you click the little lamb down here next to my channel name, it'll take you to my main channel page. You'll find the tutorial there. And remember, my channel is bilingual. All of my tutorials are always in English and in Spanish. Now, like I said, this little cap here is for baby girls between 1 and 2 years old, but you can make it smaller or bigger from 6 months up to 3 years old. Down here in the information box, I'm going to leave you some information on how you can make it smaller or bigger, so be sure to check that out. Okay, so let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 5.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this medium number 4 yarn. This is in the color gray. This is going to be the main color, and I'm also going to use pale rose and then red. These are the same colors that I used to make the little jacket. Now here I have 53 chains. This chain here is measuring about 32 centimeters, which is about 12.5 inches. Now to begin, into the third chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, we're going to make a half double crochet. But to make the half double crochets, we're going to turn our chain like this, and if you notice, we have this little bar that goes right in the back of the chain. So that's where I'm going to insert my hook. If it's easier for you, you can go into the chain like this, like you normally would. This is going to be the front of the baby bonnet. We're going to start from the front towards the back, and then we're going to shape the hind part of the bonnet. So I want to make sure that this part here looks nice in the front. So like I said, into the third chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, insert your hook through the back of the chain like this, first yarn over, and then insert your hook there and make a half double crochet. Half double crochet into the next chain, half double crochet into the next, and so on. This is all we're going to do for this first row. We're just going to make half double crochets. Continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this first row, and that's what it looks like. I'm here at the end of this first row. This is where we did half double crochets. I have a total of 51 half double crochets plus the 2 chains here at the beginning, which counts as 1 stitch. So in total 52 stitches. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now in this row, we're going to make single crochets, but we're going to go into the front loop of each one of the half double crochets. The half double crochets have 3 loops. We have this loop here, and then the back loop. We're always going to go through the front loop, this first one here. So insert your hook here into the first half double crochet like this and make a single crochet. Single crochet into the next, single crochet into the next. Now if you prefer to go on top like this through the middle loop, then you can do that, but it's not going to look the same. What this does is, see how it looks in the front? It has this little braid. That's what I want. So I'm going to continue like this, just making 1 single crochet on each one of the half double crochets from the previous row. I'm here at the end of this row. This is where we did single crochets. It's the second row. So now to finish, here at the end, I need to make 1 last single crochet, and I'm just going to insert my hook here into this chain 2 space, and I'm going to make my last single crochet. So now I have a total of 52 single crochets. Now I'm going to change here to this color red yarn. So I'm going to leave this gray color here waiting. So now insert your hook into the same stitch that you insert your hook to make your last single crochet. Grab a loop in this color red, bring it through the front, and then pass it through this loop in gray. Now pull your stitch like this, and that stitch is going to close now. Now with the color red, we are going to chain 2. 1, 2, turn, And now here we're going to begin to use our pattern stitch. The pattern that I'm going to use is the moss stitch. The moss stitch is worked in multiples of 2. So here to begin, I'm going to skip the first single crochet, and into the second I'm going to make a single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet, chain 1. This is how I'm going to continue for this first row. We're going to start counting rows so that I can tell you exactly how many rows we're going to do for this part here. So all you do is single crochet, chain 1, and skip 1 single crochet like this, single crochet, chain 1. Continue like this to the end of this first row. I'm here at the end of this first row. I still have 2 stitches. I have a chain 1 space here, so I'm going to skip 1, and into the last single crochet I'm going to make a single crochet. Now for the next row we're going to stop using this red color, but we're going to leave it here waiting when we need to use it on the next in the next 2 rows. We're going to use the color red. So I'm going to grab here this pink color, and I'm just going to insert my hook back into this last single crochet where I did the last single crochet. See right there, grab this loop, bring it through the front, and then pass it through the red loop like this. Now pull the red color like this to close that stitch, and with the pink color now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn. So now for this second row, what we're going to do is inside each one of the chain 1 spaces we are going to do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and so on. Inside each one of the chain 1 spaces, that's what you're going to do. Single crochet, chain 1. Continue like this to the end, and I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have a chain here at the end, so to finish we're going to go into this chain 2 space here, and we're going to make our last single crochet there. Now we're going to stop using this pink color, and I'm going to grab the gray color here. So to grab the gray color, you're going to insert your hook back into the same chain 2 space where you did your last single crochet, and you're going to grab a loop like this, pass this loop through the pink color, and then pull the pink so that that stitch closes, and now you're going to chain 2 and turn. So that's how you're going to finish each row from here on, and that's how you begin each row from here on. Now here you're going to do the same thing we did in this second row. Inside each one of the chain 1 spaces you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1 into the next, single crochet, chain 1 into the next, and so on. If you're not changing color, then all you do is just make your last single crochet, chain 2, and then turn. That's all. So continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this third row. I'm here at the end of this third row. Now to finish from here on, always remember to chain 1 here at the end and insert your hook into this last chain 2 space right there and make your last single crochet. Now from here on, we're always going to have 26 single crochets plus the 2 chains here at the beginning. Now for the next row, we need to use the color red here, so I'm just going to grab this yarn, and I'm going to insert my hook into this chain 2 space where I did the last single crochet, grab a loop like this, pass it through this last loop in gray, pull the gray color like this, and now chain 2, 1, 2, turn, and from here on, inside each one of the chain 1 spaces you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and so on. There's no need for you to cut your yarn because, as you can see, for every row we're just going to grab the next color that's there. And you don't necessarily have to do this in multi-color, you can do it in one color. But I'm just going to do it like this to match the little sweater that I showed you. Okay, so continue like this. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do from here on, but all you're going to do is just do single crochet chain 1. At the end here, you're going to make your last single crochet into this chain 2 space. Then you're going to change color, grab this pink color, and then start your next row. Okay, so like I said, I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do from here on, but continue watching. I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, I'm here at the end of row 21. So from here up to here, there's 21 rows, and it's measuring from here to here. It's measuring about 14.5 centimeters, which is about 5.75 inches. Now here at the end, I cut my yarn and just passed my yarn through this last loop. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work the center of the bonnet. So here I have my stitch marker. So let me show you where you need to place yours. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 single crochets, and into this chain 1 space put a stitch marker. Then right in the middle we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets, and then into this chain 1 space put your next stitch marker. Now for this side you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus the 2 chains here. So here, to begin this center part, we're going to turn like this, and we're going to go here where we have this chain 1 space where I have this stitch marker. I'm going to continue with this gray color since this is my main color. So for the rest, or for this part here, I'm going to make it all in one color. So here, grab a loop and chain 2. 1, 2. Into the next chain 1 space, make a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and so on until you come to this stitch where I have the stitch marker. So here where I have the stitch marker, you're going to make your last single crochet. So for this part here, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets plus the 2 chains here at the beginning. So from here on, this is all we're going to do. We're going to chain 2 and turn, and into the first chain 1 space make a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1 into the next, and so on. We're going to continue like this. This is going to be the back. Now we are going to have to seam the edges here along the sides, but that should be no problem. I'll show you how. Now here at the end, into this chain 2 space, make your last single crochet, then chain 2 again and turn. And into the first chain 1 space, make a single crochet, chain 1, and so on. Continue like this. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue watching. I will let you know exactly how many rows we're going to do, so I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, I finished this part. I did a total of 18 rows. Here at the end, I cut my yarn and then just passed my yarn through this last loop so that stitch there closes. So now we're going to need here a needle, and we're going to close here the sides. Now we're going to go from the inside, so this is the right side, so we're going to go on the inside like this. Okay, now to seam this part here, make sure that every time you insert your needle, you're going to go into the row of single crochets or into the row of chain 2. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. And then here we have single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. So here to begin, we're going to go here to this side where we have the first single crochet. So insert your needle like this, and then we're going to reinforce this stitch. So I'm going to go back in again into this single crochet, which is the last single crochet that I did. I'm going to make one more stitch like this. Perfect. So now the next stitch here is the chain 1 space, and then this next stitch here is a chain 2 space. So insert your needle like this, and we're going to close this part like this. Now the next stitch is the single crochet, so insert your needle like this, and the next one here on the side is the single crochet. Make sure that each stitch corresponds with the other side. Now the chain 1 space, and here is the chain 2 space. Perfect. Now this is how I'm going to continue until I finish at the top. Now you're going to do the exact same thing here on this side. You're just going to cut a piece of yarn and either start from the top down or from the bottom up. Either way, the important thing here is that we close both sides. So continue, and then I'll come back and show you this finished part, and then we'll do the bottom. Okay, I finished closing the sides, and this is what it looks like. Now this is going to be the right side. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to make single crochets all around. So beginning here on this side, I'm going to do this part using this 5mm crochet hook. You can use this other one, the 5.5, but make sure that your stitches are not too loose. Make sure they're nice and tight, because we want this part here to reduce just a bit. So that's why I'm going to use this smaller hook. So here, to begin, we're going to go into this space. This is a chain 2 space there, so grab a loop. I'm going to use this gray color here. So now chain 1, and into this same space here, make a single crochet. Now we're going to skip 1 row, and into the next here, make a single crochet. That's 2, 3, skip 1 row, and into the next. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we have 12 single crochets here along this part. So now we're going to do this back side. And here we're going to go into this first stitch right here. And I'm going to go into the first chain 1 space and make a single crochet into the next chain 1, single crochet into the next chain 1, and so on. Here we're going to have 9 stitches. So let me count them for you once I finish. Let's see how many I have. 1, 2, let's see, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right here. Perfect. So that's what it looks like. And then here we're going to work these 12 single crochets. Just make them in the exact same way you did here. So continue, and I'll meet you right here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at this other end. I have a total of 33 single crochets. We have 12 plus 12 plus 9 here in the center. So now for the second row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Here we're going to work half double crochets into each one of the single crochets, so that at the end of the second row we have 33. So beginning into the first single crochet, make a half double crochet into the next, half double crochet into the next, and so on. This is all I'm going to do, so continue like this, and I'll meet you here at this other end to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have 33 half double crochets. Now for the third row, chain 1 and turn. Here on top of this first half double crochet, we're going to make a half double crochet. Now into the second one here, we're going to work a front post half double crochet, back post half double crochet into the next, front post half double crochet into the next, back post half double crochet into the next, and front post half double crochet into the next. These are all half double crochets, and you're going to alternate between a front post and a back post half double crochet all the way to the end. Now, if you prefer to do half double crochets, I know some people have difficulty doing front post and back post half double crochets. You can also do half double crochets here. Just go on top of each one of the ones from the previous row, and then you can do it that way. But I'm going to work this part here like this. So I'll meet you at the end of this third row. I'm here at the end of this third row. Here at the end, I did a half double crochet into the last half double crochet here. So now for the fourth row, chain 1 and turn. Beginning on top of this first half double crochet, make a half double crochet, and then the next stitch is a back post half double crochet, so we're going to make a back post half double crochet, Next one, front post half double crochet. Next one, back post half double crochet. Next one, front post half double crochet, and so on. We're going to do this for this 4th row. When you finish here, you're going to make your last half double crochet here at the end. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 4th row. This is what it looks like. This is the back. So now what we're going to do here is, I've noticed that this part here is a bit too open. It's too wide. So I'm going to work slip stitches here for this part. It's not going to show, so if you try this on your little girl and you feel that this is fine like this, then you don't have to do this. So I'm going to do this because I think it'll look a lot better. So here, chain 1, and into this last half double crochet that I did, make a single crochet into the next row, single crochet into the next, and now here make a single crochet into this last space, and we're going to go in between each one of the half double crochets and then do a slip stitch. This is going to reduce the front part of the bonnet so it's not too open. So this is all I'm going to do here for this part. Continue here at the end, right about here, you're going to do single crochet. So I'll meet you once this part here is done to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these slip stitches here around the front, and here I did my last single crochet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a cord here. So I'm going to go back to this 5.5mm crochet hook, and here I have this pink color. I'm going to use 2 colors, but if you don't want to use 2 colors, you can use the same color here. You just need 2 strands. So now insert your hook into this same stitch where I did my last single crochet, grab a loop in this pink color or whatever color you're going to use. Now I have 2 loops on the hook. Now we're going to wrap the yarn, the pink yarn again, like this. Make a loop. I have 3 loops with the gray, close. Again, wrap the yarn, close. The pink is what we wrap, and we close the stitches with the gray, like this. This is how I'm going to continue until I have my cord here. Not sure how long it's going to be, but continue watching and I'll let you know exactly how long I'm going to make mine. And this is what it looks like. See how pretty that is? Perfect. So continue, and I'll meet you once this part here is done to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making my cord. It's measuring about 9 inches, which is about 23 centimeters. Here at the end, I just cut my yarn and I just passed my yarn through this last loop, and this part here is done. That's what it looks like. So now we're going to do the exact same thing we did here on this other side. So we're going to insert our hook into this last stitch right about here. Now we're going to grab a loop here with both colors. So just grab a loop like this, bring it through the front. And now with the pink color, wrap it around. Here we have 3 loops, and with the gray, we are going to close these 3 loops. Again, wrap the pink color and close. Wrap, close, wrap, close. And this is how I'm going to continue and finish this other side, and I'm going to make it the same length as the other side. Okay, continue, and then I'll come back and show you the finished bonnet. Okay, I finished my hat, my cords are done, and this is what it looks like. That's the back, and this is what it looks like from the front. Now, let me give you the finished measurements. From top to bottom, it's measuring about 18 centimeters, which is about 7 inches. And right across, it's measuring 18.5 centimeters, which is about 7.25 inches. So based on these measurements, this little cap is for baby girls between 1 and 2 years old. Now, I made it to match the little sweater that I showed you, this one here. If you want to see this, just click the little lamb down here next to my channel name. It'll take you to my main channel page. You'll find the tutorial there. Okay, so this was today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.